प्रणाम स्मत प्रभु जी। हरे कृष्ण।
हरे कृष्ण मधुमयी माता जी, नमो प्रणाम माता जी।
हरे कृष्णा प्रभु जी, प्रणाम प्रभु जी।
हरे कृष्ण उषा दयावती माता जी, नमो प्रणाम माता जी। हरे कृष्णा टू ऑल द डिवोटीज।
हरे कृष्ण प्रभु जी। हरे
कृष्ण सुकन्या माता जी, नमो प्रणाम माता जी।
प्रणाम प्रभु जी।
नमो प्रणाम। Please accept my humble obeisances and namo pranam to all of you devotees. I invite you to the early morning short Bhagavatam class organized by ISKCON Kulai, Mangaluru, Radha Govinda Temple. And I indeed invite you for and on behalf of His Grace, Sri Ramanista Das Prabhuji. We shall begin with the prayers. Prayers are very important. And I'm sure you will say your prayers along with me, keeping the mute button on. ॐ अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरुवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूप कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकम्। वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरुः श्रीयुतपदकमलं श्रीगुरुन् वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सगणरघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवम् साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं श्रीकृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधाकृष्णपादान् सगणललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितांश्च। हे कृष्ण करुणा सिंधु दीनबंधो जगतपते गोपेश गोपिका कांत राधा कांत नमोस्तुते। तप्त कांचन गौरांगी श्री राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरि प्रिये। वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। नमः ॐ वैष्णवपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामी इति नामिने। नमस्ते सारस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत पदाधारी श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। प्लीज फॉलो मी। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय।
ओम नमो भगवते
वासुदेवाय।
ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय।
ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय।
ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय।
ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय।
नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमम्।
नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमम्।
देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरयेत्।
देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरयेत्।
शृण्वतां स्वकथः कृष्णः पुण्यश्रवणकीर्तनः।
शृण्वतां स्वकथा कृष्ण पुण्यश्रवणकीर्तनः।
हृदयन्तः स्तोयभद्राणि विदुनोति सुरस्तताम्।
हृदयन्तस्थो ह्यभद्राणि विधुनोति सुरक्षसाम्
अष्टप्रायेषु अभद्रेषु नित्यं भागवत सेवया
नष्टप्रायेषु अभद्रेषु नित्यं भागवतसेवया
भगवती उत्तम श्लोके भक्तिर्भवती नैष्टिकी
भगवती उत्तमश्लोके भक्तिर्भवति नैष्टिकी
Daily recitation of Srimad Bhagavatam, attending classes of Srimad Bhagavatam and preaching Srimad Bhagavatam removes all inauspicious things from our lives, and worshipping Lord Krishna, the Uttama Sloka, who gives us Naistiki Bhakti. Now we have many slokas which are having no purport at all. We begin with sloka number 30. Yesterday, Dhameshwari Mataji finished 29th sloka. So we have a long way to go. The purport only comes at sloka number 40. Until then, there are only a couple of sentences as translation. So we hope to have the about 11 slokas recitation and the purport and the discussion later. So shall I say about 3 persons at each sloka, but raise all of your hands. Whosoever finishes, their hand goes off. They can again raise hand, there is no issue. But we have 11 slokas, so let's be careful. Hare Krishna to everyone. Srimad Bhagavatam, 6th canto, prescribed duties for human being. Chapter number 14, King Chitraketu's lamentation, and verse number 30. Sapi tasprashanadeva Chitraketordarayat Garbhakrut yuti devi Kruti kage grerivat vajama. Suramya Madhvi Devi Dasi ji. Hare Krishna Mataji. Mother, you are muted.
No. No, I'm not muted.
Okay, go ahead, Mother.
Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Mataji. Venkata Narsiya Das Prabhuji. Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Sapi tatprasanadev chitraketo radharayat garbham krutajyuti devi kutrikagnerivatmaja. Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Thank you. Madhumayi Krishnan Mataji. Go ahead, Mataji.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, pranams Prabhuji. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Sapi Tat Prashanad Eva Chitraketor Adharayat Garbham Krutadyutirdevi Krutika Agneirivatmajam. Thank you, Prabhuji.
Thank you, Mataji. Chitra Mohini Devi Dasi ji. Hare Krishna Mataji.
कृष्ण प्रभुजी प्रणाम प्रभुजी ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय सापि तत् अपि तत्प्रशान देव चित्रकेतु अधारयत् गर्भं कृतद्युति देवी कृतिकाग्नेरिवात्मजाम्. हरे कृष्ण प्रभु जी. थैंक यू
Thank
प्रभु
you,
जी.
Mataji. Thank you. Sukanya Mataji. Hare Krishna Mataji.
हरे कृष्ण प्रभु जी. हरे कृष्ण. सापि तत्प्राशनादेव चित्रकेतोरधारयत् गर्भं कृतद्युतिर्देवी कृत्तिकाग्नेरिवात्मजम्. हरे कृष्ण प्रभु जी.
Thank you. Madhusoni Mataji. Hare Krishna Mataji. Pranam.
हरे कृष्ण प्रभु जी. दंडवत प्रणाम प्रभु जी. ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय. सापि तत्प्राशनादेव चित्रकेतोरधारयत् गर्भं कृतद्युति देवी कृतिकाग्नेयेरिवात्मजम्. थैंक यू प्रभु जी. हरे कृष्ण.
Thank you. Madhusoni Mataji, can you read synonyms for us?
श्योर प्रभु जी. थैंक यू.
Thank you.
सा she api even that prasannat by eating the remnants of food from the great sacrifice. Iva indeed Chitraketu from King Chitraketu. Adharyat bore Garbham pregnancy. Krita Krita I can't see.
Yeah, that's it. Somehow, just give me a minute. Okay, go ahead, Mataji.
Yeah. Thank you, Prabhuji. Krita
I'm sorry.
Duty. Queen Krita Duty. Devi, the goddess, Kritika, Agnesh from Agni, Iva S, Atmajam, a son. Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Madhusoni Mataji. Translation by Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. As Kritika Devi, after receiving the semen of Lord Shiva from Agni, conceived a child named Skanda or Kartikeya. Krita Dyuti, having received semen from Chitraketu, became pregnant after eating remnants of food from yagna performed by Angira Rishi. Okay. Madhusoni Mataji, go ahead with this verse. Just a minute. Tasya anudinam garvaha shukla paksha ivopa vavruddhe suradisenesha tejasa sanakainudrupa. Go ahead, Mataji.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. तस्या अनुदिनं गर्भा शुक्लपक्ष इवोडुपा ववृद्धे सूरसेनेश तेजसासनके नृपः. Thank you, Prabhuji.
Thank you, Mataji. Prananandini Madhvi Mataji. Hare Krishna Mataji.
हरे कृष्ण प्रभु जी. प्रणाम प्रभु जी. ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय. तस्य अनुदिनं गर्भ शुक्लपक्ष इवोडुपः बवृधे सुरसेनेश तेजसासनके नृप. हरे कृष्ण प्रभु जी. थैंक यू प्रभु जी.
Thank you. Revati Ratnangi Devi Dasi ji. Hare Krishna Mataji.
हरे कृष्ण प्रभु जी. प्रणाम प्रभु जी. ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय. तस्य अनुदिनं गर्भः शुक्ल पक्षो युवोडुपः ववृधे शूरसेनेश तेजेश शैनकैन नृपः. हरे कृष्ण प्रभु जी. थैंक यू वेरी मच.
Revati Ratnangi Mataji, can you read synonyms for us?
Yes, Prabhuji. Thank you, Prabhuji. Dasya har anudinam, day after day, garbha, embryo, shukla paksha, during the fortnight of the waxing moon, twa, eva like, udubaha, the moon, vavarte, gradually developed, shurasena, Isha of the king of Shurasena, Tejasa by the seamen, Sanakaye, little by little, Nripa, O king, Parikshit. Thank you very much, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Mataji. Translation by Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. After receiving summons from Maharaj Chitraketu, the king of Surasena, Queen Krita Druti gradually developed in her pregnancy. O King Parikshit, just as the moon develops during the bright fortnight. अधकाल उपावृत्ते कुमारः समजायत जनयन् सुरसेनानां शूर्णतां परमां मुदम्. Okay, Usha Dayavati Devi Dasi ji. Hare Krishna Mata ji.
हरे कृष्ण प्रभु जी प्रणाम प्रभु जी ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय अत काल उपावृत कुमारः संजयतः जनयन् सुरसेननां शृण्वतां परमं मुदम्. थैंक यू प्रभु जी. हरे कृष्ण.
Thank you Mata ji. Chitra Mohini Devi Dasi ji.
हरे कृष्ण प्रभुजी. ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय अतः काल उपावृत्ते कुमारा समझायत जनयन् शूरसेनानां शृण्वतां परमां मुदम्. हरे कृष्ण प्रभुजी. थैंक यू प्रभुजी.
Thank you Mata ji. Pran Nandini Madhvi Mata ji. Hare Krishna Mata ji.
हरे कृष्ण प्रभु जी. ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय अथ काल उपावृत्ते कुमारः समजायत जनयन् सुरसेनानां शृणुतां परमां मुदम्. हरे कृष्ण प्रभु जी.
Pran Nandini Mata ji, can you read synonyms for us?
Yes प्रभु जी, sure प्रभु जी. Synonyms: अथ, thereafter, काले उपावृत्ते, in due course of time, कुमारः, the son, समजायत, took birth, जनायन, creating, सुरसेनानां, of the inhabitants of Surasena, शृण्वन्तां, hearing, paramam, the highest, budam, delight. Hare Krishna Prabhu. Thank you Prabhu.
Thank you Mata ji. Translation by Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Thereafter, in due course of time, a son was born to the king. Hearing news of this, all the inhabitants of the state of Surasena were extremely pleased. हृष्टो राजा कुमारस्य स्नातः सुचिरलङ्कृत वाचयित्वा शिशो विप्रैः कारयामस जातकम्. Suramya Madhvi Mataji. Hare Krishna Mataji. Go ahead,
हरे
please.
कृष्ण. हरे कृष्ण प्रभु. दृष्टो राजा कुमारस्य स्नातः शुचिरलङ्कृतः वाचयित्वा शिशो विप्रैः कारयामास जातकम्. हरे कृष्ण.
Mataji, can you read the synonyms for us?
Yes, Prabhu. Rishita, very happy, Raja the king, Kumarasya of his lovely born son, Snatah having bathed, Suchihi being purified, Alankritaha being decorated with ornaments, Vachayitva having cause to be spoken, Ashishaha words of benediction, Viprai by learned Brahmanas, Karyam Asa cause to be performed, Jatakam the birth ceremony. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Mataji. Translation by Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. King Chitraketu was especially pleased. After purifying himself by bathing and by decorating himself with ornaments, he engaged learned brahmanas in offering benedictions to the child and performing the birth ceremony. Taibhyo hiranyam rajatam vasamsya varnani cha graman hayan jagajan pradat tenu nama mudani shat. रेवती रत्नागी माता जी, हरे कृष्ण माता जी।
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, pranams Prabhuji. तेम्यो हिरण्यरजतं वासस्ये वर्णानि च ग्रामान् हयान् कजान् प्रादत् तेनु नामी बुधानि शटः. Hare Krishna Prabhuji, thank you very much.
माता जी, can you read synonyms again?
Yes, my Prabhuji. Thank you, Prabhuji. Thank you, Lord. Tabhyaha, unto them, the learned Brahmanas, Hiranyam, gold, Rajatam, silver, Vasumasi, garments, Abra Anani, ornaments, also, Graman, villages, Hayan, horses, Gajan, elephants, Pradat, gave in charity, Dinunam, of cows, Arbudani, groups of 100 million, Sat 6. Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Thank
Thank you
you,
very
माता
much.
जी। Translation by Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Unto the Brahmanas who took part in the ritualistic ceremony, the king gave charity of gold, silver, garments, ornaments, villages, horses, and elephants, as well as 60 crores of cows, 600 million cows. That's quite a huge number. We go to the next verse. Vavarshakamanyaneshan parjanya iva dehinam tanyam yashasya mayushyam kumarasya mahamanaha. Ushadayavati Mataji. Hare Krishna Mataji, go ahead.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Va varsye kaman anyesam parjanya iva dehinam dhanyam yasasyam ayushyam kumarasya mahamanah.
Mataji, can you read synonyms for us?
Yes, Prabhuji, pranams. Va varsa, showered, gave in charity. Kaman, all desirable things. Anyesham, of others. Parjanya, a cloud. Iva, like Dehinam, of all living entities. Dhanyam, with the desire for an increase of opulence. Yasasyam, an increase of reputation. Ayushyam, an increase of the duration of life. Kumarasya, of the newly born child. Mahamanaha, the beneficent King Chitraketu. Thank you, Prabhuji.
Thank you, Mataji. Translation by Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. As a cloud indiscriminately pours water on the earth, the beneficent king Chitraketu, to increase the reputation, opulence, and longevity of his son, distributed like rainfall all desirable things to everyone. Pitra Mohini Devi Dasiji, go ahead, Mataji.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. कृच्छलब्धेत् राजश्रे स्तन्ये अनुदिनं पितुः यथा निःस्वस्य कृच्छ्राप्ते धने स्नेहो अन्ववर्धतः. हरे कृष्ण प्रभुजी. Thank you.
Nandini Mataji.
हरे कृष्ण प्रभुजी. कृच्छ्रलब्धे अथ राजर्षेस् तनयो अनुदिनं पितुः यथा निःस्वस्य कृच्छ्राप्ते धने स्नेहो अन्ववर्धतः. Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Thank you, Prabhuji.
Mataji, can you read synonyms for us?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Again.
Yeah, with great difficulty, labdhe, gained, atha, thereafter, Rajarsi of the pious king Chitraketu. Tanaye for the son, Anudinam day after day, Pitu of the father, Yatha exactly like Niswasya of a poor man, Krucha apte gained after great difficulty, Dhane for riches, Sneha affection, Anuvardhata increase. Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Thank you, Mataji. Translation by Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. When a poor man gets some money after great difficulty, his affection for the money increases daily. Similarly, when a king Chitraketu, after a great difficulty, received a son, his affection for the son increased day after day. मातुस्रवतीतरां पुत्रे स्नेहो मोहसमृद्ध्वकः कृतद्यूतेह सपत्नीनां प्रजाकामज्वरो अभवत्. Uma Kulkarni Mataji. Hare Krishna Mataji. Go ahead, Mataji.
Hare Krishna Prabhu. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Matuttu Atitaram Putre Sneha Moha Samudbhava Krutadute Sapatninam Praja Kama Juhara Abhavat. Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Can you read synonyms for us, Mataji?
Yes, Prabhuji, sure. Matuhu, of the mother. Tu, also. Atitaram, excessively. Putre, for the son. Sneha, affection. Moha, out of ignorance. Samudbhavaha, produced. Krutadyute, of Krutadyuti. Sapatnina, of the co-wives. Prajakama, of a desire to have sons. Jwaraha, a fever. Abhavat, there was. Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Thank you, Mataji. Translation by Srila Prabhupada ki jai. The mother's attraction and attention to the son, like that of a child's father, excessively increased. The other wives, seeing Krutadyuti's son, were very much agitated as if by high fevers, with a desire to have sons. पितृकेतोर अति प्रीप्तिर यथा धारे प्रजावती न तथान्येषु सजग्ने बालम लालयतो रन्वहम्. रेवती रत्नागिरी माताजी, please go ahead, माताजी.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, thank you very much Prabhuji. Chitraketora rati priti yatadare prajavati nadatan yeshu sajjatye balam lalaya anvaham. Hare Krishna Prabhuji, thank you very much.
Thank you, Mataji. Suramya Madhvi Mataji, please go ahead, Mataji.
हरे कृष्ण प्रभु जी. चित्रकेतोर अति प्रीतिर यथा दारे प्रजावती न तथान्येषु संजज्ञे बालम लालयतोन्महम्. हरे कृष्ण.
Can you read synonyms for us, Mataji?
Yes. Chitraketu, of King Chitraketu, ati priti, excessive attraction, yatha, just as, dare, unto the wife, Prajavati, who begot a son, na, not, tatha, like that, anyeshu, unto the others, sanjadne, arose, balam, the son, lalaitaha, taking care of, anvaham, constantly. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Mataji. Thank you. Translation by Srila Prabhupada ki jai. As King Chitraketu fostered his son very carefully, his affection for Queen Krutadyuti increased, but gradually he lost affection for the other wives. Pranandini Mataji, go ahead, Mataji.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Taha paryatapayan atmanan grahyanto abhyasu yayaha anyapatyena dukkhena rajya rajya chana darena sajaha. Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Thank you, Prabhuji.
Can you read synonyms for us, Mataji?
Yes, Prabhuji. Taha, they, the queens who didn't have sons. Paryatayan, lamented. Atmanam, themselves. Garhya yantaha, condemning. Abhisuyaya, out of envy. Anapatyena, due to being without sons. Dukkhena, by unhappiness. Rajya, of the king. Cha, also. Anadarena, due to negligence. Cha, also. Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Thank you, Prabhuji.
Thank you, Mataji. Translation by Srila Prabhupada, Srila Prabhupada ki jai. The other queens were extremely unhappy due to their being sonless. Because of the king's negligence towards them, they condemned themselves in envy and lamented. The last sloka. Diga prajam striyam papa pratyuksha gruha sammatam supraja bihi sampatti bardasi bil dasim twa tiras kutam. Madhusori Mataji. Go ahead, Mataji.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. दिग्प्रजां स्त्रियं पापं प्रत्युषाग्रह सम्मतां सुप्रजाभिः सपत्नीभिः दासी समीव तिरस्कृताम्. Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Mataji. Chitra Mohini Devi Dasi. Go ahead, Mataji.
धिगप्रजां स्त्रियं पापां पत्युश्चागृहसम्मतां सुप्रजाभिः सपत्नीभिः दासीम् इव तिरस्कृताम्. Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Chitra Mohini Devi Dasi, would you like to read synonyms for us?
Okay,
Are you
Prabhuji.
comfortable?
Yes.
Okay. Go ahead, Mataji.
Dik, all condemnation. Aprajam, without a son. Striyam, upon a woman. Papam, full of sinful activities. Patyahu, by the husband. Cha, also. Agraha samhatam, who is not honored at home. Suprajahi, who have sons. Saptanibihi, by co-wives. Dashim, a maid servant. Eva, exactly like. Tirakskrutham, dishonored. Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Thank
Translation.
you, Mataji. Thank you. Translation by Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. A wife who has no sons is neglected at home by her husband and dishonored by her by husband and dishonored by her co-wives exactly like a maid servant. Certainly such woman is condemned in every respect because of her sinful life. Purport. Purport by Srila Prabhupada ki jai. As stated by Chanakya Pandit, Mataya swagrehidasti bharya chapriyavadini aranyam tena gantavyam yatharanyam tatha graham. A person who has no mother at home and whose wife does not speak sweetly should go to the forest. For such person, living at home and living in the forest are equal. Similarly, for a woman who has no son, who is not cared by her husband, and whose co-wives neglect her, treating her like a maid servant, to go to the forest is better than remain at home. The last 11 verses have been basically describing the incidences. None of them has any philosophical value, except the later part of few verses and the last verse. And so I thought of running through it. You know the story of Chitraketu now very well. He is having a big kingdom, Surasena. Kingdom is very rich. People are very happy. And he is having a lot of opulences with him because everybody is paying their taxes well. A sudden and surprise visit by sage Angira, who is a liberated soul, who knows everything about the problem of King Chitraketu, that he doesn't have any children, is very obvious. He has quite many wives. I believe it's 1 million. Is it 1 million or 10 million? 1 million. No, 10 million. So that's about 1 crore wives. And still he hasn't got a single child. In the material world, we might think that because he has 1 crore wives, how can he have children? Anyway, it is said here that at home, if you don't have a mother and have a wife who speaks bad words or not words comforting you, for that person living in a house or in a forest is safe, and so he should proceed to live in forest. At least there will be less miseries of the material world. Similarly, it is also said that a wife who hasn't got a son, a woman who is married hasn't got a son, and he hasn't got a husband who cares for her, the other wives always treat that wife as a maid servant. And for her also, living in the house has no meaning. She should proceed to the forest. These are the common issues, and less opulences with human being has forced human being to avoid polygamy and come into reality with one wife, one husband. The Chitraketu's issues are very peculiar issues of not having children. And these issues in the past have been covered by various yajnas and the mantras. It has been said that when the remnant of the food from the sacrifices of yajnas are given to others, they get the benediction of having children and thus end up having child. Many such incidences are there, and incidences extensively describing about whose semen goes where are also described quite openly in Mahabharata Purana, wherein Vyasadeva is responsible for producing so many children with so many queens. These are the incidences basically of the material world and basically concerned with the propagation of the dynasty or dynastic rule in those days. But these dynasties or these kingdoms were ruled by kings who considered themselves as the agent of the Lord. And thus they were always following the instructions and rules of the Lord. The representative of the Lord is always known as Rajarshi. Rajarshi is given a special place to sit by the side of the king in the king's court. And his opinion is always taken before forming any rules, regulations, or serving any justice. This is especially because he has been a learned sage always, and he knows the ins and outs of the Vedic scriptures and their formulations. So whatever new things are being enacted in the kingdom, they go through the wisdom of this Rajarshi, and whose approval or whose opinion is always considered final. Because the following of the administration of the kingdom was always as per the scriptures and Vedas, there was always a pleasing eye of the Lord of the kingdom, and that produced rain which was sufficient and rain which was widespread, and thus enough grains, fruits, and vegetables were produced for everyone to have enough. The earth always would be pleased and thus provide the human beings with a lot of metals, pearls, opulent diamonds, and gold, enough for them to decorate themselves and feel great. All in all, when the Lord himself is pleased with the character, with the behavior, and the administration of the kingdom, when the earth is happy with it, when the cows are happy with it, then the people get abundance of things that they need to survive and live the life. This is why in one of the areas, Prabhupada explains in detail that if you have a cow and a piece of land, that's good enough for you to live the life. That is usually called as the cow and the land economy. And if you really look at it, if you do not have great desires of material opulence and material comforts, then enough grain, fruits, and vegetables the earth will give. Enough milk is given by cow, and fertilizer is given by cow, and thus it makes small farmland self-sustaining for itself. And that is self-sustaining for the family of people who are plowing that land. This was the basic concept of the Indian agriculture, and we used to have the fertilizer from the cow dung made so well, and cow dung would also help you get the fuel for the household work that you needed to do. This was quite sufficient, and it was organic. No inorganic salts were involved in it, and thus it was biologically completely destructible and would go away from the surface of the earth and reform. The cycles would continue without disturbing the nature and the natural cycles. We used to believe that what do you get by cow dung as a fertilizer? You should have a fertilizer like urea and other chemical things That was our thinking 40, 50 years ago. And thus we all jumped and changed into the fertilizers being given by these inorganic salts. These salts are quite harmful as they are helpful also. It is like a double-edged weapon, whereas the fertilizer used as a cow dung used as a fertilizer doesn't have any side effects. So our thinking of 50, which was 50 years back, that how can you run a country with a cow dung as a fertilizer? And thus we started having so many fertilizer companies. Now are going back into organic farming and creating organic food, which is considered to be much more safer, much more healthier, and much more not disease producing, but providing good immunity all over. So at least we would agree that the Vedic civilization, the Vedic culture, and Vedic scriptures were right in propagating the cow culture, the cow being the mother of the family, providing the milk, providing the fertilizer, providing the fuel, and sustaining the piece of land that family lives on. Chitraketu is very happy, but in the process of happiness and newly gained son that he is enjoying, he is in fact creating animosity in the rest of the wives. And this is very dangerous. When you get happiness in the life, you must see that you remain samdrasta. You remain happier in the happiness and happier in the crisis. Because if you don't, you invariably end up in that jovial mood, punishing others who are not joining your jovial situation. The wives are automatically becoming enemies of the queen who got the son. And obviously, this also puts the son into a jeopardy because ultimately he is the cause of all the animosity that has been now growing. We'll see how things go. This chapter has 60 verses, but they run very fast. So we have 20 more verses to go. This Chitraketu is the life of Vrutrasur, the previous life of demon Vrutrasur. How a pure devotee becomes a demon with a curse. And that's what we will see. When the son was born, Angira said that this son will bring lot of benedictions and lot of lamentation. So we'll see the lamentation as we go along by otherwise causing harm to the child. Any question, any doubts, any queries, any commentaries, any revelation, please go ahead. If there are no questions, I think we have overshoot time a bit, 3-4 minutes. Thank you very much for attending the class. It's always a great pleasure to have association of all of you senior devotees. And it's always a pleasure to be with you in the morning. All of you have a wonderful Krishna conscious day. Hare Krishna to everyone.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Dhanavad
Hare
pranam
Krishna
Prabhuji.
Prabhuji,
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Dandavat Pranam.
Pranam.
Hare Krishna Pranam.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Pranam.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Pranam.